Hi, I'm Carol from Designer Stencils, and it's almost Mother's Day. So I thought I'd show you how to make a multiple colored spring pie top to surprise your mother this year. What's so nice about this is it has multiple colors on it, really brightens up your pie top, and it's really fast and easy to do. So let's get started. So here I have my pie crust and my stencil laid down on top of it. What you might want to do, though, to keep the stencil from sticking, is to take a little bit of Crisco and just rub a light amount of it on the back of the stencil. There we go. Now I'm going to lay it down. Next, we're going to be using luster colors. These come in a variety of colors. I like to use the ones by Crystal Colors because I know that they're certified food grade. Just make sure of that when you go and pick your colors, that there are ones that are edible, because there are ones out there that are sparkly and pretty, but they're not to be consumed. So what I'm going to do here is I have my stencil, I have stencil brushes, and with stencil brushes, you have a flat end to it. See this right here? You can use these, or you can use a regular artist brush, whatever you prefer. I'm going to be showing you both. I want to take my color green first. This one is pine. I'm going to dip my brush in the color and knock off any excess. Now I'm going to go to my stencil, to the green areas, and just brush it like this. Now don't worry if you get the green in some of the petal areas, because we like to have some blending going on there, and it'll add some depth to your stencil. I'm going to keep going around here. I have two different greens that I'm using just to give a little variety. This one is called Pine. It's a darker color. And see how I'm brushing some, I'm going to brush some areas darker than others. So that means I'm going to be putting down a little more powder in some areas, just to give it a little bit of shading. And let's get this one. Okay, now I'm going to switch to moss green, which is a little lighter version. And let's use the artist brush on this one. So this I'm just going to be using a painting rather than the dabbing, swirling. I'm just going to be spreading it across the top. What is nice about using an artist brush is for some of these little thin areas, it can get right up in there. Okay, now I have my periwinkle, and I'm going to do that to these little flowers here. Since they're so tiny, I'm going to fill them in nice and dark, because I want them to really show up on the pie top. I'm going to go place my yellow around all the flowers that I want right now. So, right there. So I'm just dabbing it in the very middle, and I'm going ahead and letting some of it come out onto the flower petal itself. And that will blend in. So let's see, that's another flower there that has a little yellow center. Okay. I did the yellow because that's lighter, and so it's easier for us to go around that with our darker color, which is what we're going to do now. So what we'll do is take our dark purple, that will be extra, and just brush it right up to where the yellow is. Get a little bit of it overlapping. They blend with each other. You can do this on top of sugar cookies too if you want. I'll show that in another video. But it's the same concept when you roll out your dough before you bake it. Just put your stencil down and paint on your pattern. Okay, so now all my colors are down. What I could do at this point is use my knife and the edge of the stencil to get a nice clean cut. I just would have to fill in right over there, but let me go ahead and pull this off so I can show you how pretty this is. Just be careful that if you have excess powder on the top of the stencil, that you gently lift it up so that it doesn't fall through the openings. See? And there we have it. It's ready to be put on top of my pie and popped in the oven. And here's what it looks like with the finished product. See how easy that was?